The Gennady Golovkin debate. This man to my right gives Gennady Golovkin a chance.
Oh no.
No, he says Gennady Golovkin would have a chance fighting Vladimir Klitschko. He thinks Gennady Golovkin is the second coming of Jesus Christ. I think Gennady Golovkin is going to get exposed if he steps up 8 pounds, let alone £100. So we've got some disagreement here. On this occasion, I'll let the man to my right start.
Can I just say, because I do watch your YouTube channel, dear brother, and whilst of course I find the content most thrilling, I will say how you suddenly stopped mentioning all the other middleweights. You think they can give him a pop?
I think Golovkin is the #1 middleweight, yeah.
Yes, but not that long ago it was Hassan and Dan Njikin can beat him. I think Lemieux could take him, Billy Joe Saunders. Now there's none of that.
No, I think Golovkin beat his best ever opponent in Martin Murray, and he looked very, very good in doing that. I'm giving him more respect and credit. What I've said is I would like to see him fight the top of the middleweight division. I'd like to see him fight a genuine world-class mover at 160 in Hassan. I'd like to see him fight a genuine world-class puncher at 160 in Lemieux.
Correct me if I'm wrong, or someone in the comments coming from it. I mean, Golovkin is WBA champion. Was not Hassan WBA champion?
No, he was mandatory to fight the WBA, and he didn't do that.
He fought Quinn?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, we have to ask the question of why did he do that? He is the #1 at middleweight.
He is, yeah. There's no debate there.
He beats all the other champions.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, you know, IBF yet to be decided, but I think he beats both of those two as well.
Yeah.
And I think, and then obviously the question is what next. Now you're right. He is a small man. It is your biggest point. I think he is a small man. Could he make 154? Probably. The question is why. Why would he go to 154? Canelo is coming up.
Yeah, we'll fight Canelo in a catchweight.
Fight Canelo at a catchweight or at middleweight, which I think he'll be forced to because I think Canelo's just getting a bit big.
Yeah.
And getting slightly older. No one wants to fight Erislandy Lara if your name isn't Demetrius Andrade. So I understand that. That's fine. So he wants to fight Cotto. He keeps going on for Cotto because Cotto is the biggest name in the middleweight division, not called Golovkin. I understand that. That's fine. If he goes up to 168, then who will he fight? I think he'll fight Chavez Jr. and he'll win. I think he would fight Carl Froch, and that would be a fantastic fight.
Yeah, I think he beats Chavez Jr. I think Chavez Jr. is limited, but I think Arthur Abraham would be an amazing fight.
I think he beat Abraham.
I think he beats Abraham, but I think it's a very good fight. The Carl Froch fight is where the disagreement starts, because I think Froch beats Golovkin.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't with my brother when I watched Murray versus Golovkin. I watched it with my father, and the point my father made was that Golovkin's 50th punch is as hard as his first punch, which I think is undeniably true. And I think, considering he probably throws a lot more than 50 punches around, as well, from looking at the way he traps someone on the ropes and starts teeing off, that is a work rate that Carl Froch has not encountered. And the people that he has encountered it against, the Pascals, the Wards and the Durrells, have given him the most trouble. Now, they are slicker boxers than Golovkin. Undeniably, they are slicker, and they have beautiful movement, and they get in and out in a way that Golovkin doesn't. But if Froch got knocked down and very nearly stopped in the first round by George Groves, if George Groves can do that, my God, Golovkin can do it.
George Groves is a big puncher at 168. Golovkin's a big puncher at 160. You know,
he's a big puncher at 170, which is what he came in, I think, for the Rubio fight.
Yeah, well, if we say that, then George Groves is a big puncher at 185, which is probably what he came in at. You know, it doesn't really work like that. My point is Golovkin, let's put it this way, the best boxer Golovkin's fought is Martin Murray. Now, Martin Murray got destroyed. However, Martin Murray was able to exploit some defensive openings in Golovkin. Murray was able to hit Golovkin to the body with surprising regularity. Murray was able to counterpunch Golovkin, particularly as Golovkin rushed in on him. Martin Murray was able to land shots from Golovkin on the inside. This isn't up for debate, this is fact. Now, the Golovkin maniacs will say that this is because Golovkin felt his power and knew he could take everything on the chin.
That's what I said to you last night.
You know, but let's be honest, that's not good boxing. Now, my point is, Martin Murray is a very light puncher at 160. He's a good boxer, but a very light puncher. Who has Martin Murray knocked out at 160? I think his knockout ratio is something like 30-40%. He does not hit very hard. And he was able to catch Golovkin many, many times. Now, the Golovkin maniacs are saying that not only is Golovkin going to be able to take those shots from a hard puncher at 160, like Lemieux or like Quillen, but in fact that he is going to be able to take those punches from a huge puncher at 168. For me, it doesn't work like that. You know, Golovkin is very, very good. He is a special fighter. But he is still just a man.
Oh, of course he's
And a man who, in my opinion, could make £154, who is that defensively open against Martin Murray, is not going to be able to live with 168ers.
I think, again, something my father observed, our father I should say, observed watching the fight is the first thing that Dad commented on watching the Golovkin fight was that his guard was perfect. And it was. He started getting hit in the later rounds, which is why I am of the opinion that he knew Murray couldn't hurt him. Golovkin is a multiple-time amateur world champion. He is not, this is an amateur competition, remember, where you don't necessarily win by knockout, you win by hitting the other guy more and covering well. And the old sort of amateur style boxing, not like the Olympic boxing they have now. His defensive capabilities have to be there. Your big point, the point you've made to me repeatedly is, we've never seen him on the back foot and Murray pushed him back once. Undeniably true, yes, Murray did actually move him back once, I remember that point in the fight very well. The problem is no one else is going to do that.
But what about, Martin Murray is a 160 pounder. How is he going to cope with someone like, if Abraham, let's put it this way, do you see how Arthur Abraham pushed Paul Smith back? Yeah. See that? Arthur Abraham is a beast at 168, pushing Smith back.
Yes, but
how is Golovkin going to cope with that?
Because Martin Murray is a beast at 160.
Yeah, but a beast at 160 is a different ball game to a beast at 160.
No, I'm not talking about punching power or anything like that. I'm just talking in terms of sheer size.
Yeah, but how is he? If he got put on his back foot by Martin Murray, how will he adjust?
But he didn't get put on his back foot. What happened is Murray pushed him once. That is not being put on the back foot.
Yeah.
Lamont Peterson put Amir Khan on the back foot.
And won the fight.
But being pushed back once is not being put on the back foot. That is putting a bit more foot weight on your back foot and pushing forward yourself.
I agree. Murray didn't put Golovkin on his back foot. I agree. But people are talking about him fighting Abraham, Ward, Frotz.
Ward is a different problem. I reckon I think he would beat Abraham. He's the winner of Ward and the winner of DeGale. I think he'd beat DeGale. I don't know if he'd beat the Durrell brothers. I don't know about Froch. I really don't know about Froch.
But surely Frotz is going to be in tight. He's going to be throwing him back. He's going to be pushing him back. He's going to be throwing him
because Froch loves to snap out a long right hand, like he did against George Groves.
Yeah, but Frotz will get into a war with him as well.
Yes, Frotz will get into a war with him as well. But whilst you say Golovkin's be a hit to the body, and that's fine, but he does keep his hands up. How many times have we seen Frotz leave that left hand low?
Yeah, Frotz is defensively weak.
Yes, and he's fighting someone who is a monster. Someone who doesn't fought like that.
Golovkin is a monster puncher at 160. This is a different ball. We've just been discussing how Amir Khan's punching power left him as he moves up. There's nothing to say Golovkin is going to punch as hard at 168. Now, I think if Golovkin turns up at 168, still as defensively open, and still, and if Frotz can use his size, push him back, test out his back foot game, rough him up, force him in all sorts of uncomfortable positions around that ring.
Let's not forget, Frotch isn't a pressure fighter.
He's not.
He's not a pressure fighter. So this idea that Frotch is suddenly going to be coming forward, bullying Golovkin into ropes is almost not going to happen.
What about Abraham then?
I don't think Abraham. I think Abraham's getting. Abraham is getting on a bit.
If Abraham fought against Golovkin like he did against Paul Smith the other day, surely Abraham's got a chance.
Maybe, but I don't think he would. I just don't think he would and I think the obvious example to look at that is Paul Smith 1. When Paul Smith was pushing Abraham all over the shop, and they were fighting each other both on the ropes. It's not like one had one pressure in the corner. They both had a side on the ropes, smacking each other.
I've got to end this one soon, but final thought I'd leave here. there's a lot of questions about the punch resistance of some of the bigger fighters at 160. You know, what's Quillen's chin like? What's Lemieux's chin like? What's Hassan and Jickam's chin like? What's Andy Lee's chin like? It's a division where a genuine power puncher like Golovkin can look very devastating. But at 168, Frotz, Ward, Abraham, De Gale, I think between those 4 guys, I think there's only one knockout loss. These are tough, durable guys. These are bigger guys. These are guys who are a different kettle of fish. Let us know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.